Hang on a second. I'm just going to share this out. Oh, dear. How we doing, people? How we doing? Yeah, good evening. Good evening to you. Lovely to see you. We'll just wait for a few. Oh, this thing's playing up. How we doing? Little old witchy woo coming in. It's -6 here. -6. Quite chilly. Quite chilly. The log burner, I've got to be honest, is I need to share this. Is doing us proud. We are loving the log burner. Let me tell you, we really are loving the log burner. It's fabulous. Let me just share this link out. Cold, Dave. Yeah, it's cold. Back again twice today. Yeah, someone come up with something really valid earlier, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. Yeah, just wait for a few of you to pop in. Jackie Jones, how you doing, darling? Lovely to see you. You doing all right? All right on the night, as they say. Let me just share this link out. Bosh, here we go. See if we can get a few people in. And yeah, lovely to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry about that. Bit waylaid there. A friend of mine's son's just tried to kill himself. She's put up pictures as harrowing as they are of her son has overdosed, tried to take his own life today. And she's put pictures up of him on the back of the NHS wagon, all tubed up, trying to keep him alive. He's only 16. My God, what kind of a world are we bringing in for the kids? Shit. Unbelievable. So, Kath, look, I hope your son's all right. Kath Horton on Facebook, known Kath a long time. And she's going, you know, this what we're doing to the youngsters is just unbelievable. We are in really I don't know. See, I'm always quite upbeat. I've always tried to slay the devil, you know. I've always tried to ride above it, no matter what he throws at me, no matter whether there's police in my house, fitting these. I'll always ride above it because I'm made of quite stern stuff. Although at the time it might be a bit traumatic, I'll always ride it. I'll always ride the storm, and I'll always give me a day or two. You know, I'll always come through. But this poor lad, you know, is attempted. Look at me, I've got a hole in my belly. He's attempted to kill himself today because he just don't know what the hell's going on. And the other point I wanted to make was someone made this point earlier, and it's a very powerful thing. And it is that how many people have we killed in our lives? Now, I'm a 53-year-old man. I'd hate to count how many times I've had the flu. You remember the flu, didn't you? You do, yeah, you do. Common cold, or you can't have a common cold. What? No, you can't have a cold. Get him a test kit. Come on. Get the petri dish out. Get the tube up his bum. He must have the kung flu. So the common flu. How many of us have had the common flu and gone to work because the boss is always so demanding, you know, and we've actually passed them contaminants on to other people that have actually probably gone home and got it and died from it? Really valid point. It made me sit up. I was like, you know, that's so powerful. You know, you just don't know, do you? You could have, like, you know, I could have been 24, gone to work, gone into some old bird's house, fitting some taps. I'm not feeling too good. I've got the Benylin inside me and all that other stuff. The cowpole, you know, you've got to have these things. And I could have transmitted my little air bubbles or whatever it is that we give out to this individual, fixed the taps, put the taps in, wished her a good luck and said, "Ta-ta, love, you're all sorted out." Never seen her again. I've met so many people just the once in my life during my working years of popping here, popping there, doing these taps here, these boilers here. You know, I really have. Most of the time now, when I'm at work, I'm normally on a job for a couple of weeks because I do a lot of bathrooms and stuff. But the point is this: How many people have I come into contact with in my life where I've had the flu or not feeling too good, passed it on to somebody else, and then they've gone on to get asymptomatic and ended up on a respirator and died? Who knows? I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know the answer, and nor do you. You'll never know. But we've probably all done it. We've probably all done it. And that's the truth. But we've never been in this thing that we're going through with this hysteria right now. The death levels for this year, ladies and gentlemen, are very easy to hype, okay? Because on a daily basis, people die all the time. You know, I've known people come up to me, all right, Dave, I haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, I lost my nan last week. Oh, did you? Oh, bless her. Betty passed away then. Yeah, Betty's gone, bless her. Oh, mate, I'm so sorry to hear that, because we all say that, don't we? How was she in herself at the time? And all these sort of things. And oh, she was on the toilet, was she? Yeah, we found her on the toilet, mate. Oh, she was wedged up against the wall. So many people die on the crapper. And it's called a crapper because it was a man called Crapper that designed the thing. Before that, we used to do it in a pot and a pan, and we used to throw it out the window, especially if you was a Londoner. That's why you never walked out in the middle of the road in London. You always kept to the underpass. That's why all these houses had the underpasses, yeah? The 5-foot gap. Cantilevered out. Houses was always cantilevered out. And back then in London, when the Great Fire of London, you could open up each other's windows and shake hands with your neighbour. That's how close the houses were together, right? So the middle of the road was always for throwing out your slop, and your horse and carts were going up and down there, and horses. It was carnage, and it caused a lot of pestilence and a lot of disease and a lot of illness. But people die on the toilet. People die crossing the road. People die of heart attack on the spot. You know, my mate's dad come home years ago. He'd just been out for a jog. He was a big high-ranking copper in Thames Valley Police. He'd been out for a Sunday morning jog. He'd made us a massive barbecue 2 weeks before. We'd been out at a few nightclubs and come home. And the next day we was at Al's house, and we got up late, and his dad made us all a big barbecue and fed us up before we come home. What a lovely do. But 2 weeks later, he come in. He'd just been out for his jog. He's probably thinking, I'll have a bit of the missus later. You know, it's like, it's like, lads, you know, it's like, and he's took his one of these off. He's hung it up over his coat stand, and bosh, Alan just heard him hit the deck, and he's gone. I mean, mate, Alan tried to give him mouth to mouth, but sadly his dad was no longer, and his dad passed away. The point I'm trying to make is, it is so have you washed your hands? I don't overly wash my hands. I don't know. What's the point in washing all the oils out your hands, ladies and gentlemen? And I'm a clean boy. I shower every day. But I'm not going to keep washing my hands every 2 seconds, because that's OCD. That's neurotic. Why would you do that? But the point is this, he passed away. Now, the point I'm trying to get to is, every single day, we've got thousands of people dying in this country. And it doesn't need a very big element of dodgy people up to nefarious things to falsify the true death of something. Now, we know it's going on. We absolutely know 100% that deaths are being put down wrong. We know that people pass away of heart attacks and cancers, and they're going down as having the Kung flu. We know it to be a fact. There's many thousands of families out there now that are feeling the effects of having their loved ones pass away and having their death certificate written up as the Kung flu, right? You know it. You know it's true. It's true. So when they say, we've had 100,000 pass away today, well, yeah, sure enough. Yeah, I bet you have. If you've got all of your doctors and nurses and people out there operating in this nefarious situation, they've all got their orders. They all follow the orders. Yeah, well, he died of cancer right up as COVID. They're going to do it. They're going to do it, and they're doing it, and that's how these massive numbers are rising. Now, there was a Freedom of Information thing put into Liverpool Council about a month ago by some individual, and the question was, how many people without underlying health conditions have passed away from the Kung flu? And it come back as 0. 0. And there's a new variant of the Kung flu now. As Jesus Jones is just saying, you're going to have it coming from South Africa. There's a variant from Italy, a variant from France. I mean, for crying out loud. It's a never-ending cacophony of bullshit. It's a great word, cacophony. Whoever come up with that word deserves an award. What a fantastic, fabulous word cacophony is. It's amazing. So that's the point I want to make, is we know they're falsifying the numbers. We know it. We know we've got a government that operates in nefariousness, that is prepared to lie to everyone to suit an agenda. We have Dr. Evil at the helm in this country. And I just don't know how you're all tolerating it. How are you all tolerating losing your loved ones and your friends over this? And you know you've been wronged, right? You know you've been wronged. Government is all about wronging us, the people. That's all it's ever been about. It's never been and I want to see a change, right? That's why I do what I do. I want to see you all beautiful and magnificent and all in your own homes, and no one can come and take it. If I run this country, civil matter or not, no one would be taking your homes off you. Nobody. No copper, no council, no social worker would be stealing your children, stealing your homes, or stealing your cars. Nobody would be doing that, because you would have absolute title, because I would make sure all this lying in the contracts end it all this legal and illegal bullshit, end it all. It would only be lawful and unlawful. That is it. There would be no grey areas in a country run by people like me, with that energy, with that spirit, because we wouldn't be coveting your home. We wouldn't be bearing false witness against you. Do you know what I mean? And government only bears false witness and covets your home. We all think we own our homes. We don't own our homes. The government own it through their birth certificate slave system. They really do. We have a cacophony of people ringing the alarm of what crap COVID is. Yeah, we do, Jesus Jones, and it's beautiful to see you. Still zero recoveries from the Rona in UK. Every other country has resulted. Yeah, we are. This government has seen this come along. By the way, they've all sat probably a Bilderberg meeting and discussed how this is all going to play out, because nothing happens without a reason in this country. This government is just so nefarious. It's unbelievable. And they're so badly lying that they don't realise they're lying and causing all this misery. They absolutely think that they're justified in the means and the ends of doing what they do. But I don't want to see that no more. I want to see a new world. I want to see a new kingdom. I want to see a new country emerge where truth and justice and fairness and absolute equality and absolute ownership to property. So no man in a uniform can come into your home in the middle of the night, grab your missus. I mean, that is Nazi Germany. That's what it is. When you live in a country where these coppers can just come and break your door down for a civil matter and no real reason, you're in Naziville. You're not in England. You're in a really bad place. So I just wanted to pop in here quickly tonight and say to you, all the times and all the years we've had the flu virus, how many of us have gone out on our daily business unwittingly and unknowingly and infect other people that their immune systems are so smashed that we've actually led to their death? I just wonder. Peeps, I love you as always. Come and join me on Wake Up UK tonight. I'll be on there at 9 o'clock. The link I did share on my earlier preview StreamYard broadcast, where we showed the soup kitchens in Glasgow with over 200 people a night going there to get their daily bread. It looked like a scene from Soviet Russia. It really did. It is so strange what's going on in this country right now. So, people, it's time to wake up. It's time to grab the bull by the horns and say, enough is enough. Just as Barbra Streisand did in that song, enough is enough is enough. I can't go on. You know the one. So, peeps, yeah, bearing in mind what's going on, we need to sort this out. Is Mike joining tonight? I do believe so. Carlos, come and join. Come and have a chat. Be lovely to see you. And any of you that watch this channel, look, my mate's son's trying to kill himself today. 16-year-old lad, Kath Horton. God bless her. She's put a picture up, which must have broke her heart to do it, of her son all wired up in the back of this ambulance, unconscious. I hope he survives. I hope he's alive. And it's all to do with this lockdown bollocks and our lack of freedoms. I've just watched a video of an Indian guy who's come out to get away from his wife and kids for 5 minutes because he's tearing the walls for a cigarette in his car. And he's got 2 coppers pulled up alongside him and saying, "What are you doing out here?" And he's like, "Mind your own fucking business. I'm having a smoke. Who the fuck are you?" That's, mate, honestly. And it, like, you shouldn't be out. Well, what do you mean I shouldn't be out? Well, it's not acceptable behaviour this time. What? Shut the excuse me? What? Really? 5 minutes? What? Jesus. But that's what they've become. That's what they've become. Our public servants should never, ever be able to boss us. They should never be able to rob from us. Never. And people like me want to see a change. We want to see greatness. We want to see abundance. We want to see beauty. All that stuff. Who wouldn't want it? Why don't people want that? I do. I'll see you all soon.